During a typical year at Lincoln, our theater department puts on a variety of high-quality shows, including the extravagant spring musical, which opens tonight. But what many don't realize is how much work it takes from so many people to make these shows a success.
Crew is in charge of anything for production that's not an actor, essentially. So from the set to the lights to managing the sound to making sure that we have the right props and costumes and makeup in place.
The set is a big part of the musical. Obviously, we want to spotlight the singers and the actors, but also the set is what puts you into the scene.
Classy, loyal pink it is.
If you put the actors on a dark stage, you can't see them, you can't hear them, and there's nothing else happening.
If you do your job well, people forget that you're there. They seem to only remember us when a set piece malfunctions or light malfunctions. So it's hard that we don't always get the acknowledgement of when things go well.
And sometimes there's things that you don't even think are crew that are. If somebody needs help with a quick change, there's a crew member back there helping them.
The crew works tirelessly in the weeks leading up to the performance to build the set. Then they select people for run crew.
We put in like 16 hours a week for this, so yeah, we're powering through, trying to get a lot of actors to come.
It's fun to be a part of something that you can know that's getting into a really big purpose. Like, we're doing this for the whole musical, and that's super cool to know that I was a part of that.
As you can see, the crew is a vital part of these performances. However, being behind the scenes, they often go unappreciated.
I think people just assume the set just gets on stage somehow, it might have transports there, but that's not the case. We put in so many hours to this. I wish people would recognize it more.
I mean, it doesn't really bother me because, what I'm doing is important to me and that's kind of all that matters. But I think that if there was a little more recognition, maybe people would be more interested in joining us because it's super duper fun.
You start with almost nothing. Literally some screws and maybe some casters and some pieces of wood, and then you end up with something whole and complete, and you get to see this make the show.
As a director and as a designer, the best feeling in the world is when a set thing or a lighting component or a prop component works so well that the audience does audibly react. There is something really satisfying about sitting back and looking at what you've created that I don't think actors always get the chance to do.
They did the Laker girls.
I'm not the person standing on stage singing solo, but I'm the one who made sure that they can do what they have to do.
So when you go see Legally Blonde tonight, not only should you recognize the performers on the stage, but appreciate all the people behind the scenes as well. This is Gabriella Fabrizio for Lincoln Live.